Well, seeing to the Bible of promises, today we are diving into the epic saga of Abraham, the Colossus of Faith, whose journey is more than a story. It is the rock of a spiritual lineage. The biblical narrative celebrates him as the patriarch of faith, a title that resonates through the ages. To all who align with faith in Jesus Christ, to weave their destinations in the legacy of Abraham. The divine promise made to him flourishes in Christ, extending the cover of salvation to all nations under heaven. Abraham, more than a religious icon, is a friend of God. This friendship, forged in fidelity, points out that even the giants of faith have their struggles and imperfections. Abraham's faith, far from static, was a flame that burned stronger over time. Your life is a lighthouse for all of us, sailors in the turbulent waters of the faith. Abram, whose name means exalted father, was transformed by God in Abraham, father of many. Sarah, previously Sarai, my princess, became the princess of a new covenant. In Genesis 12, God makes promises to Abraham, who echoes to this day. Leave his land and go where I show. I will make you a great nation. I will bless your name and you will be a blessing. At 75, Abraham left to Canaan, taking Sarah and a caravan of hope with him. They faced hunger, wars, and unimaginable challenges, including a confrontation with Egypt's own Pharaoh. But divine protection was their armor, and the pests that fell over Egypt were a testimony of God's fierce love for his servants. Abraham's story is punctuated by epic battles, including the 4 kings' war against the 5, where giants walked down the earth. Abraham, however, found peace and blessings in the figure of Melchizedek, the priest of the UPS, who blessed his mission. After the heavenly banquet, Abraham and Sarah, united in faith throughout the God, faced the unimaginable ones. God, in his infinite wisdom, promised Abraham an heir to Sarah, his arid wife. The land of Canaan was given as an eternal inheritance, but Sarah's sterile threw a shadow of sadness. In an act of despair, Sarah offered her servant Hagar to Abraham and therefore born Ishmael, whose name is a god or god. Theophany in Oaks Mamre was a turning point. 3 angels visited, and while sharing a feast, revealed that Sarah, against all hope, would give birth to a son. Upon hearing this, Sarah laughed incredulously, but the angel asked, "Anything very difficult for the Lord?" And so the promise was sealed with laughs and expectations. The narrative deepens with the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, the cities consumed by sin. Lot and his family were spared, but his wife, looking back, was transformed into a pillar of salt, an eternal reminder that disobedience has its consequences. Abraham the pilgrim continued his journey, facing kings and conflicts. In generating, fearing for his life, he repeated the mistake of the past, presenting Sarah as his sister. Genesis 12:13, "Say, I ask you that you are my sister, that you may be well your cause and to live my soul for you." But God intervened, protecting Sarah and reaffirming that the moment of each promise was divinely ordered. Finally, the faith of Abraham and Sarah was rewarded. Sarah, once barren, gave birth to Isaac, whose name means laughter, for God turned his despair into joy. Isaac, son of the promise, was born, fulfilling the divine word. But Abraham's faith would be tested to the extreme. God asked Isaac's sacrifice. Genesis 22, God see Abraham, and he said, "Here I am. Take your son, your only son whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer it there in holocaust over one of the mountains, which I will tell you." With a heavy heart, Abraham prepared to obey. Genesis 22:6, "And Abraham took the wood of the holocaust and put it upon Isaac, his son, and he took the fire and the cleaver in his hand, and were both together." But at the climax, an angel intervened. God provided a ram, sparing Isaac and praising Abraham's unshakable faith. Genesis 22:12, "Then he said, 'Do not extend your hand over your son Isaac. Do nothing to you, since now I know you fear God, and you have not denied your son, your only son.'" The story of Abraham and Sarah is not just a history of the past, it is a living flame that illuminates our way in the present. They teach us that faith is not static, but a journey of continuous growth, where each challenge is an opportunity to strengthen our confidence in the divine. We will bring in our hearts the lesson that, even in the impossible, faith has the power to transform the desert of doubt into an oasis of hope. May we look beyond circumstances, such as Abraham and Sarah, and see God's promises unfolding before us. May this story be a daily reminder that, when we put our faith into action, there is no mountain too high nor valley too deep that we cannot cross. Faith is the bridge between what we are and what we are destined to be. May the journey of Abraham and Sarah inspire you to live a life of unwavering faith. May each step you take be guided by the certainty that even if we don't see the entire path, the next step is enough when taken with faith. If you've been inspired by this story, hit that like button, Turn on notifications so you don't miss any future content. Drop your comments sharing how faith impacts your life. And subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together. Your participation is key to spreading messages of faith and hope. See you on the next journey of faith. See you soon.